In just 2 years, Casemiro went from being a celebrated defensive midfield general at Real Madrid to being Manchester United's most criticised player. How did this happen? Is it just age catching up? Or is there something deeper behind his rapid decline? Casemiro, once part of one of the greatest midfield trios in football history, alongside Luka Modric and Toni Kroos at Real Madrid, dominated the game in the 2010s, 5 Champions League titles under his belt. He was the embodiment of strength, leadership, and tactical mastery. When Manchester United paid £70 million for the Brazilian in 2022, it seemed like a steal. But today, Casemiro's at the centre of fan outrage, with performances so poor that some have called for his contract to be terminated. What went wrong? Let's dive deep into the hidden truth behind Casemiro's downfall at Manchester United. When Casemiro arrived at Old Trafford, Manchester United fans were ecstatic. He was supposed to be the solution to their midfield problems, an experienced head who could marshal their defence and transition the team into attack. But just 2 years later, Casemiro's barely a shadow of the player who dominated European football. What happened between his stellar first season and his nightmare second season? Why did things fall apart so quickly? To understand Casemiro's fall, we need to revisit the heights he achieved before arriving in Manchester. At Real Madrid, Casemiro wasn't just a good player, he was the rock that allowed Modric and Kroos to shine. He was the enforcer, winning duels, intercepting passes, and protecting his defence. His role in Madrid was clear and consistent, playing in a team with a clear structure, world-class players, and a system designed to maximise his strengths while hiding his weaknesses. When Manchester United signed Casemiro in August 2022, fans expected the same. His first season gave them hope. He played 51 games, scored 7 goals, provided 6 assists, and was key in Manchester United's fight for trophies. He looked like the leader they had been waiting for, but the cracks began to show in his second season. Injuries kept him out for 83 days. His performance levels dropped drastically. Where Casemiro had once bossed the midfield with aggression and composure, he was now being exposed. His tackles were mistimed, his ball retention poor, and his passing inaccurate. What had once been his strengths were now glaring weaknesses. A significant turning point came in March 2023 when he was sent off against Southampton, receiving a suspension for reckless tackling, a pattern that would repeat itself throughout the season. By April, reports from The Athletic confirmed what everyone feared. Casemiro was in serious decline. His passing, defensive contributions, and ability to dictate play were all deteriorating. But this isn't just a story of ageing. Casemiro's downfall has been accelerated by the circumstances at Manchester United. At Real Madrid, he had Modric and Kroos beside him. At United, he was asked to do more, playing in a team where the structure wasn't as solid, the players weren't as world-class, and the system left him exposed. Under Erik Ten Hag, Casemiro was expected to contribute more to attacking play. More pressing, more passes forward, more creativity. But this just wasn't his game. His weaknesses, hidden at Madrid, were laid bare in Manchester. The expectations were simply too high, and the support around him wasn't enough to make up for his limitations. The final straw came in Manchester United's 3-0 home defeat to Liverpool. This was Casemiro's worst performance in a United shirt, and perhaps the worst of his entire career. Substituted at half-time, his stats were shocking. Only 73% passing accuracy, 13 lost possessions, and failed duels. Fans and pundits alike were outraged. For a player once considered the world's best defensive midfielder, this was a complete collapse. Following that match, fans flooded social media, demanding Casemiro be sold, or even have his contract terminated. But his decline didn't go unnoticed outside of Manchester either. The Brazilian national team excluded him from their Copa America squad, and even Saudi clubs, often the destination for aging stars, didn't rush to sign him. While Casemiro may still have moments of brilliance left in him, the question remains, can he adapt, or will his United career be remembered as a huge disappointment? With 2 years still left on his contract, Manchester United are facing a tough decision. Can they rebuild around him, or is it time to move on? Casemiro's story is one of highs and lows, of untouchable dominance at Real Madrid to painful struggles at Manchester United. His legacy at Real Madrid will never be tarnished. He remains a legend there, but his time at Manchester United paints a different picture. Will he fade away quietly, or can he salvage the last years of his career? What do you think? Should Manchester United keep Casemiro and give him more time,